I couldn't fail. It was not an option. We had to make it work, and we had to succeed.
In 1998, I had the opportunity to visit the Pioneer Rural Electric Co-op in Piqua, Ohio. And out in their garage, they had a very large substation sign. And I thought, is there any way they would let me have this and put this in a museum and be able to share this with other people?
Murray, he's very passionate about this industry, and he knew it was a great, great piece. And they told him, no, you can't have it.
After a day-long debate, they came to me and said, you're going to have to earn it.
They talked, and they said, all right, if you want it, here's what you're going to do.
They said, if you'll jump off this dock, get down that mud puddle on your hands and knees and bark like a dog and roll over on your back and put your feet and arms in the air, we'll let you have the sign. I had on a white shirt like I'm wearing today, a pair of nice slacks and a brand new pair of white tennis shoes, and I destroyed everything I had on in order to get that sign.
I used to be an outside salesman for American Safety, and I would travel around and be in different lobbies of different companies, and I'd see old photos, and that made me curious about what happened to all that stuff. They said, we just cleaned all that old junk out. We just threw it all away. And of course, every time we've heard that, it just kills us. I guess it fueled the fire in us to try to collect as much as we possibly could. We saw how much stuff we had, and we were looking at some other collections and found out we had more than most people had in their collections. And I guess that's the moment in time we realized that maybe we should start a museum and try to continue to grow. You know, we were smaller. We didn't have the nicest display cases. We didn't have, you know, it definitely was not walking in the Smithsonian or even a local museum. I think a lot of people just saw us as a passing thing.
It's been some difficult decisions to make over the last few years, especially on the financial side, trying to raise the money to make this happen, to keep this together and to make it grow and to make it self-sustainable.
There have been many times I've wondered if the museum was going to make it. It means enough to me, I'll put my personal money into it to keep this dream alive. I just want to preserve the story. You know, the American grid, the infrastructure is an amazing feat. We just want to tell the story of how it was done. There have been times where, you know, you thought you were the only one doing things or collecting things, but you know, as we've done this, we've learned there are some other collectors in this industry.
I met a gentleman named George Hayden. George had been a 32-year retired lineman.
Now, he never had a brick and mortar building, but he had his trailer.
And I thought he had just a few little things, and come to find out he had all the things that we were trying to find to put into the museum.
And I just developed a bond with George Hayden, and we shared stuff. At times, George would even bring his trailer and help promote the Lineman Museum. And then George, his health got so that George could not take his trailer around anymore. So I just called him. We all sit down in his garage at a table, and we were just talking. And I said, well, George, here's why I'm here. I said, we're here, and we've came a long way from here. I said, but we want to be here. And I said, I need you, and I need your trailer. And George gave me a price, and that price was in the 6 digits. And I said, George, I don't have it. I don't have it. And I left there disappointed that I wasn't able to achieve what I came there to achieve. But the next morning, my phone rang, and George Hayden said, Andy, I can't show my stuff. And you know, there's nothing I love more than showing it. He said, come get it. And I think it was difficult for George to watch it leave. George would always call us. What are you doing? Where are you taking it? And we would call him, and we'd send him pictures. He got all excited about it all over again. And George passed away.
I hope I can be half the man that George has been. And I'm blessed every day to be able to take his collection on the road and be able to show this.
George entrusting us with his trailer was one of the biggest events to happen in the museum's history. When he entrusted us to share his collection and show his collection, take his collection, I couldn't fail. It was not an option. We had to make it work, and we had to succeed, and we've been able to do that so far.
There are so many groups out there that don't even know the museum exists and the Hall of Fame exists. There are tens of thousands of linemen who've never heard of us before. And that's what we've got to change.
If you don't know the history of line work and electric utility industry, do your research and learn it. It is the most fascinating story that's ever been told.